I know what inflation is and where it occurs, but how does it really affect us?
Inflation impacts us in many ways. First, and perhaps most importantly, it decreases our purchasing power, which is just a fancy way of saying that our money just doesn't go as far as it used to. I like to use this simple example of the relationship between your money income and prices. If you have $10 now and you buy one item like, let's say, bread, which costs $2 a loaf now, you can afford 5 loaves of bread. Your real money balance is 5, and that is your purchasing power. Now let's assume that in another time you still have $10, but the price of bread jumped to $2.50 a loaf, which is a 25% increase in the price of bread. You can now only afford 4 loaves of bread with that same $10. Your purchasing power has now dropped to just 4 loaves of bread. That is what inflation does. It reduces your purchasing power over time. So if $200 used to get you enough groceries for 2 weeks, years ago, now that same $200 may only carry you through a week or a week and a half if you're lucky.
Are there any other effects?
Yes, inflation can also impact your savings. If the rate of inflation is higher than the interest you're earning on your savings, you're actually losing money because the value of the money sitting in your bank account is actually falling or being eroded by inflation faster than it is earning interest.
How is that possible?
So let me give you an example. If you have $1,000 in a savings account earning 1% interest, over a year you earn $10 in interest. So your new balance is $1,010 in year 2. However, if the inflation rate is 3% for the year, then a good like a stereo, for example, which cost $1,000 when you started to save, now cost $1,030 in year 2. So the $10 earned on your savings was not enough to cover the rising cost. In fact, you're still $20 short of the purchase price of that stereo. So you see, that same $1,000 will not go as far in the future period compared to the past period because of inflation. And since savings are usually funds put away now to be reused in a later period, it means that when you are ready for that $1,000 sometime in the future, inflation would have reduced your purchasing power.
That doesn't sound good.
No, it's not ideal, but knowledge is power, and understanding inflation and its effects can help us to manage our finances and better plan for the future. Stay tuned to learn about how you can be money smart. I'm Nakenji Lawrence from the Central Bank, signing out.